Hello guys, today I am going to be giving you a brief overview on classes in Python. So you might know what classes are, right? However, I am going to be giving you more information on it. Before we get into the video, I want to quickly mention that I am recording with OBS. It's my first time. Usually all the rest of the times I've been recording with Ocam, which is another recording software that is not as good as OBS. But in OBS right now, the quality might, why can't I grab my webcam? So the quality might not be as great because, well, it's my first time using it, and I have to apologize for that a little bit. The quality in the later video might not be like as great. I will set up stuff later on. So it's my first time, and yeah. Before we get into that though, I need to tell you a little bit more about classes so you don't get like too lost in my video, because I use some words that you might not know of. So classes are blueprints. This one I learned from multiple videos. Classes are blueprints that you can use to create objects. And that's it. That's what classes are. Pretty simple, ain't it? Classes are blueprints to create objects. And inside classes there are methods, and inside the methods there are instance variables like self, and the method could be like underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and it could be much more that you can do. And classes overall just shortens down your code and makes your coding time more efficient, and you code a lot more faster. And yeah, see you in the video. Hello everybody, my name is Jemmy, and today I am going to be giving you a brief overview on classes in Python. So here is classes and objects in Python, and it's a short little code. I'm going to explain it to you. So basically what this code does is that there's two students, and then each student will either pass or fail depending on how much points they have. So let's run it. Like so, pass and fail. You might not know anything right now, but it's okay. So we have one class called trainer, and then as explained earlier what class is and everything, you should know it by now. So there's a class called trainer, and then as I said earlier, inside classes they have methods or like verbs, right? Or verbs, and this was what they do. So define check, like so. This is check, and this is a method called check. It checks that's really it's a method called check, and it checks whether or not you have passed. So if you have a mark that is above or equal to 75% or 75 points, then you pass. Else print fail. So if you have less than 75, then you fail. And then that is the first method. It's quite simple, and you can see here that it has an instance variable called self, and this self is used to basically be a custom name for the object, or like the object that runs in this code. That is self is going to replace it. So if like T1, which is like trainer1, replaces self, it's going to be T1.marks, right? So yeah, that is self. And then if you look here, this is one of the important methods I mentioned earlier. It's called underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and this one is a custom constructor method, which means that it will create objects for you. And then you can see here it has the instance variable called self, name, and marks. So this is basically going to create our trainers. Our trainer is going to have a name and a mark. So in here we're going to do self.name equals to name. And this one might be a little complicated at first, but it's actually not. So you can see it here, right? Trainer. So this is going to set our name. T1 equals to trainer, and then inside trainer there's a string and a number. The number is the mark, and the string is setting the name. So this is the name, and this is the mark. And yeah, that goes for trainer1. This is the good thing about init. We don't have to come and manually like set it by ourselves, like T1.name equals to Jemmy, or T1 dot name equals to marks, or something like that. Instead, we can just call the class T1 equals to trainer. You can see here trainer, and then we can just set the name, which is Jemmy, and the marks is 85, like so. Instead of going T1.name equals to Jemmy, T1.marks equals to 85, it's just so complicated. So this one is a good way of doing it. Basically, classes used to shorten your code and make it more efficient. And then you can see here on these two, did pass is the, what you can call it, where is it? It's basically checking your thing. Did pass, where's did pass? Where is did pass? I do not. 1 second. I think we ran into an error. So, oh, I forgot to create it. I didn't create it yet. However, did pass equals to t1.check. T1.check. This is actually already going to print it out. So did pass just calls up class trainer, and you don't even need to do this. I think we can just go like this actually, and it would still be the same thing. Yeah. So did pass. It was completely unnecessary. I thought it had to have it, but it didn't. So yeah, you can cut that part out. But this one basically just tells trainer 1 to check the marks, and you can see here pass and fail. You might see in the trainer there is trainer 1 Jemmy 85 and Bun Bun, which is my cat, if you don't know, has a mark of 70. So Bun Bun fails, right? So this is fail and pass. However, this is really unclear of who passed or not. So I'm going to develop this code a little bit more with you, and I'm going to like tell like Jemmy has a score of 85, passed, and Bun Bun had a score of 70, didn't pass. So I'm going to do that with you right now. So you can see over here, right? Print. So now we're going to add more stuff. And as I said earlier, self can be replaced by T1, or T2. So we're gonna just do self dot name, right? For like the name Jemmy or Bun Bun, comma, since they are different types, so we can't have like a plus or an and, understand, because it's going to not work. So self name, comma, and then let's have in text, like, oh, oopsies, like, has got marks, like has got a score or has got a mark, and then of, right? And then we do in here self dot mark, right? Self dot marks for how much points they have. So Jemmy has a mark or marks, I'm not sure, has got a mark of, and then 85 or 80, or 85, sorry, and then, or Bun Bun has got a mark of 70, right? And then we're going to say pass or not. So pass, right? Because this one is for if it passed, and then we'll just copy this section over here, and we'll paste in fail. So we're gonna replace pass with fail. Now we can delete pass. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot the comma. Okay, like so. And then so got a self.name has got a mark of self.marks pass. This really helps us in coding because this will just be a custom thing, and we can just set it to wherever we want. So if we were to run this again, right? Oh, self.marks. Oh, I forgot to add a comma. Remember to add a comma between everything. I forgot to add one there, right? Yeah. I forgot to add one at the end of has got a mark of, but now it should work. Let's try again. There we go. Jemmy has got a mark of 85. Pass. Bun Bun has got a mark of 70. Fail. So yeah, that is classes. We can change this up, and we can like have multiple, like 3 pretend. So we can have like a T3. I can actually show you T3. It's really simple. It's just this again. So like this. And if you in it runs every time, right? So this in it creates all these trainers, right? And then let's name this Affy, which is my sister, and she gets a flying score of 100. So every time you create this, the method in it is initiated, and then we can just go like this, and that is so simple, right? This is just to create an object. You just need 2 lines of, actually 1 line of code, and then this one is just used to check it. So honestly, this is why class is great in Python. You only need 1 line, and it will just solve all your problems, make your code much more efficient. So let's run this time. So you can see that Affy has been added, just so simple, in 2 lines, and then you can create like so much in only 2 lines instead of having to go like t3.name equals to Affy, t3.marks equals to 100, t1.name equals to Jemmy, t1.marks equals to 85, t2.name equals to Bun Bun, t2.marks equals to 70. So much more work. Even if I hear it, I can already tell more work. And then also, that you weren't done if you went that way. You would still need t1.check, t1.check, I mean t2.check, and t3.check. It's just so much more harder than just using the classes in it and using the method in it with the class trainer, it is going to save you so much more time than having to repetitively go and do each object manually. So this one, that's like why classes are so useful in Python, and class and objects. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck and stay safe.